Today is the second Sunday of Lent cycle day. In the first reading, God promised that he would make the descendants of Abraham a great nation, land and many descendants, that his name would be famous, and he would bless those who Abraham blessed, and curse those who Abraham cursed, and that Abraham, and through Abraham, all nations will be blessed. It sounded too good to be true. Was this flattery or trickery? Abraham loved God and therefore trusted him, and he did what God desired. In spite of being rich and having a comfortable and secure life, Abraham left Haran and became a nomadic wanderer in the foreign land of Palestine. The impossible became true. Through Abraham, one of his descendants, Jesus, blessed all nations and saved the world. If God calls you to make the world a better place, would you consider it? Can you bear your share of hardship for the gospel with the strength that comes from God? Jesus gave his inner circle of disciples, Peter, James, and John, a foretaste of the resurrection as he was transfigured on the mountain, in order to strengthen their faith after he had told them he would die. So with faith in the resurrection. Moses and Elijah appeared to Jesus, and they represented the law and the prophets respectively. The law and the prophets is the name of the Jewish scriptures. What we call the Old Testament, they call the law and the prophets. The symbolism of Jesus standing between Moses and Elijah, is that he was the fulfillment of the Jewish scriptures, which ended with the waiting of the promised Messiah. The cloud is not just any cloud, but the Shekinah, the presence of God, which led the Israelites by day as they wandered in the desert. When the Virgin Mary asked how could she become pregnant without having relationships with a man, the angel Gabriel told her that the power of the Holy Spirit would overshadow her, a clear reference to the cloud of Yahweh, God the Father, the Shekinah. The voice from the cloud, the Shekinah, was that of the Father who pointed out who Jesus was and advised the disciples to listen to him. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. It was the same voice from the cloud at his baptism that identified Jesus as his Son, and from which the Holy Spirit, in the form of dove, descended. We are told we have to listen to Jesus. Do we really want to listen to Jesus? Do we read the Bible? Jesus may ask us to do something that we are fearful of undertaking. St. Paul tells us, "Beloved, bear your share of hardship for the gospel with the strength that comes from God. One of the most popular phrases in the Bible comes from the Father or from the mouth of Jesus when he tells them and us, do not be afraid. I am